Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the class of privatization. In our today's class, we are going to discuss about the introduction to privatization. That is, we are going to understand the meaning of privatization, and also we are going to discuss the objectives, the ways, and impact of privatization. So these are the things which we are going to discuss and study in our today's class. So in our previous class, we have discussed about liberalization, and in our today's class, we are going to
privatization.
Yesterday's class, sir. Is my screen visible to everyone? PPT is visible to everyone?
Visible, sir.
Okay. So yes, in our last class, we have discussed about the liberalization. And in continuation to last class, we are going to discuss the next part of this LPG model called privatization. Okay. So generally, when we speak about privatization, does anyone know what is the meaning of privatization?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. If you know, please tell me, sir.
It means withdrawing the ownership or management of a government enterprise.
Okay.
And government companies are converted into private companies in two ways. One, I think that government is shredded from the ownership or management of the public sector companies. And second, by the blatant sale of the public sector companies.
Okay.
Also, privatization is the transfer of the control and ownership of business from the public sector to the private sector. It means declining the role of the government as the property right set from public to private.
Yes. So here, what we can see, what we can understand here is the government's intervention is being reduced. Okay. Before, the power was in the hands of the public sector. Now we are going to transfer it from public sector to private sector. So that is what we all are aware about. So this is the simple meaning of a privatization, and privatization refers to the participation of private entities in businesses. So now we are going to encourage the private businesses, okay, and services, and transfer of ownership from public sector. Public sector refers to government sector. Now here you can see the ownership is transferred from the public sector to the private sector. Ownership is, yes, so we all, as we all have seen, again, it can be done by selling out the enterprise wholly to the private sector, or by selling the some percentage of the shares to the private companies. Okay. Through this, what is happening? The government intervention has been reduced, and privatization is the transfer of control of ownership from the public sector to the private sector. Okay, that is what we meant by privatization. It means a decline in the role of private sector as there is a shift in the property rights from the state to private ownership. State here referred to government. Okay, the rights which were there earlier with the government sector or with the government companies, it is again being transferred to the private ownership. So that is what we call it as privatization.
The slideshow is not visible, sir. Sorry, slideshow.
It is not visible?
No, sir.
I don't know why it is happening every day like this. Now is it visible?
Yes, sir. Now it is okay.
Okay. So now what is happening here is the public sector to private sector, right? The transfer of control, the ownership of economic resources, that is maybe in the point, from the point of profits, maybe from the point of sales, turnovers, right? So it is again transferred from public sector to the private sector. So this is what we call it as privatization, and you all might have been aware what is happening in India. So this is the same thing what has been happening in India, privatization. Many of the government entities or the government sector firms and organizations have been privatized, correct? Are anyone aware about this privatization which is taking place in India, which is taking place in India even now? That is the transfer of ownership from public sector to private sector. Have you all come
Sir, in
across
banking sector?
in banking sector? Okay. Banking sector, whether it has been transferred to public sector, sorry, private sector?
Yes. Now it is almost like the IDBI Bank.
Okay.
I think recently that it's trying to convert from PSU to private sector. Another bank also, I think. And then some, then one company that BCPL, like this.
Okay. So we have even Airport Authorities of India.
Yes, sorry. Yes,
Right?
airport.
So
Yeah.
these all are happening in India. So this is what we call it as privatization. So these are the best live examples. What we can discuss and what is happening in India. So that is what we call it as privatization. Is it clear, my dear students, what is privatization? Are you able to understand? Mr. Joseph Aishi and Swadesh Narayan?
Understand.
Right? So let it be the Airport Authorities of India, let it be the ports, the seaports, and even in between there were news which we all have heard about the privatization of Indian Railways. Right? But I don't know what has happened. But so this is the best example what we can discuss. These are the things which are happening live in our country. So this is what we call it as privatization. Okay? Is it clear what is privatization? The public sector had been experiencing various problems such as planning, that is low efficiency and profitability, that is low profitability, and also the increasing losses and exclusive political interference, lack of autonomy, labor problems, and delays in the completion of projects. So these are some of the problems which are being faced by the public sector. It starts right from planning to implementation. So in every stage, they found some or the other problems, and hence to remedy the situation with introduction of NIP, that is a new industrial policy in the year 1991. The disinvestment and the objectives of disinvestment were to raise resources through sale of PSUs. So that is what is happening now. There is a sale of PSUs. Okay, that is to be directed towards social welfare expenditures and raising efficiencies of public sector units, that is through increased competition, increasing consumer satisfaction with better quality of goods and services, and upgrading of technology, and most importantly removing the political interference. So now the government interference has been reduced or liberalized. As we all have seen that there is a transfer of the ownership from public sector to the private sector, and that is the reason why there is no more political interference or the public interference or the government interference in our businesses today. So this is what we call it as privatization. And unlike liberalization, even we have objectives for privatization. The first main objective of privatization is to provide strong momentum to the inflow of FDI. So now we want to make sure that the foreign direct investment inflows, so that is, it comes into the economy, that is into the country. See, as the result of liberalization, privatization, and globalization, many foreign entities or businesses are setting up their business in India. They are trying to do business in India. So we all are aware that you name any product today, there are foreign brands in India. There are foreign companies doing business in India, right? You take it in four-wheeler, you take it in two-wheeler, you take it in computers, you name any sector today, there are foreign brands in India. Because of these companies coming into India and starting and doing their businesses in India, they are bringing the foreign investment to India. And through this, what is happening? The economic condition of the country improves. The main objective is to bring in the FDI, that is foreign direct investment. Okay. The second one is privatization aims at providing a strong base into the strong base to the inflow of FDI. That is what we were speaking. So earlier, create a strong momentum. The second one is create a strong base, and the third one is increased flow of FDI improves the financial strength of the economy. So whenever the foreign currency is coming into our economy, that means yes, our economic condition will also increase. Whenever the foreign companies are entering into Indian market, not only they are doing business, not only they are paying taxes to the country, but they are also creating and generating employment to the local people or to the citizens of the country, through which the national income of the country is also being increased. The standard of living of the employees is also been increased. When there are proper jobs, when there is proper income, automatically the standard of the living will also increase. So the main objective of privatization rotates in and around FDI. They are encouraging, inviting the foreign companies to start their business in India, through which we will get FDI into our economy. Is it clear? You understood the objectives of privatization? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. So we have even the next topic is again ways of privatization. So just now when we were discussing, Swadesh Narayanji was telling that there are two ways, correct? The first way, how a government companies are transferred into private companies. The first way is again transfer of ownership. So government companies can be converted into private companies in two ways. The first one is by withdrawal of government from ownership and management of public sector companies, by withdrawing the ownership and management. And second one is by selling the public sector companies, outrightly selling them. So these are the two ways. Is it clear how
Yes,
to
sir.
privatize a company? First one is withdrawing or converting the public company into private company, that is by withdrawal of the ownership and management. And second one is selling it to the private industries or to the private sector. So these are the two ways of privatization which takes place. The first one is again ways of privatization, that is what we are speaking, disinvestment. So privatization of public sector undertaking by selling off part of the equity of the public sector units. So now what we are doing? Now we are selling some percentage of the equity. It is nothing but the equity shares. Okay, you all are there?
Yes, sir.
So who are the real owners of the company? My dear students, who are the real owners of the company?
Government.
Government? Any guesses, Ayushi, Swadesh Narayanji? Equity, okay, without wasting. Equity shareholders are the real owners of the company. So now what the government is doing? Government is selling a part of its equity, that is the stocks, the shares, okay, to the private sector. That is what we call it as a disinvestment. Is it clear what is disinvestment? By selling of the part of the equity to private sector is known as disinvestment. Okay, the purpose of the sale is mainly to improve the financial discipline and facilitate modernization. We all are aware that whenever the government's intervention is being reduced, what happens? The private companies start purchasing or start investing. And because of this, what is happening, the concept of modernization is coming into picture. When the ownership or when the control is under private companies, what they do is again they bring in huge capital, first one. The second one is they again maintain the required labors. That is again the skilled and unskilled. Yes, Ayushi.
Hello, sir.
Tell me, Ayushi.
Sir, I am leaving the lecture because, sir, my health is not well. That's why
No
I have
problem,
to
Ayushi.
go. I have to go hospital.
You carry on. You carry on.
Thank you, sir.
Chala, take care. So now, what I was discussing?
Investment.
Sir?
Disinvestment.
Disinvestment.
Disinvestment. So not only bringing the capital, huge capital to our present business, but they also bring the technology. We all are aware today the developed countries have a different technology compared to the countries who are underdeveloping or developing. So that is again leading to the concept called modernization. Modernization in the sense it includes right from production to selling. Okay. So that is the main concept of disinvestment, and wherever there are 6 methods of privatization, the first one is public sales of shares. So that is what we have seen, the public sale of shares. So the public are free enough to again purchase the shares. So the next one is, yes, sir. If someone was speaking in between, any doubts? The second one is again public auction, the public tender. I guess everyone knows what is auction, right? What is auction and what is tender? Have you all come across these two words, auction and tender? Yes? Fine. Next one is again direct negotiations with the companies, the transfer of control of state or municipally controlled enterprises. This is nothing but this point is explaining about the transfer of control from the public sector to the private sector, and the next one is lease with the right to purchase. And generally we all have you all might have come across that the lands of the government has been given to lease to many private companies for 100 years, for 50 years before, right? Have you all come across any such kind of things? I have seen many companies who have taken land from the government on lease basis, maybe for next 100 years, maybe for next 50 years. So here, the place where I stay, the many companies have taken lease of land from the Nawabs. Okay, so this is again, it was a government property, but yes, still they have taken the land or the property on lease basis. So these are some of the ways